This is a letter I wrote to my mum on my last day of prison. And it goes like this. Dear Mother, as I sit here writing this letter to you, knowing you will never read it, but hoping that somehow you will hear it, I wonder where time has gone. A flood of memories washes over me, each one of them more beautiful than the latter. A childhood full of laughter where money didn't matter. You made everything magical. From blowing my suit because it was too hot and making me jump into my pants in the school morning, to making treasure hunts on Christmas, so whatever Santa brought us was that much more rewarding. I wonder if you can see me now, and if you can, I'm sorry. It took me months to accept she wasn't coming back. I would ride my bike the long way home from school just to pass the cafe you would have before you had chemo, hoping you'd be there. I would sleep on your bed in the off chance this was just a dream, and I'll wake up and you'll be right there next to me. I would purposely do things that I knew really annoyed you, just wishing to hear your voice to tell me to stop. I saw you everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Months turned into years and the void grew bigger and bigger. But as an alternative to burying you, I buried my affliction. Instead, I poured my heart into gymnastics. It became my refuge, an overwhelming high that threatened to consume me. Coach Pedro became a father figure. He plugged at holes that stopped my ship from capsizing, and with every flip and tumble I was confining all the pain that would later come bite me. I made it to Nationals, Mum, and I won. However, not long after, Dad decided it would be best if we went to live in England. Maybe he saw you everywhere too and wanted to escape it. And for that reason, I don't blame him. Vicente was always the smart one. He did really well in school, as you expected. And Viv and Shandy, they're thriving every day. Every day they look more and more like you. And I must admit, I always knew I was the mischievous one, but I never would have thought it would have gotten this serious. When we left Spain, I lost coach, and with him my passion for the sport. Dad was struggling to put food on the table, and all of us were living on top of each other, crammed into the same bedroom. He would have laughed at my English then, only fondly and maternally, not like the other kids who did it a bit more personally. It was at this stage I started to think of you more often. The sadness felt familiar, so that wasn't such a problem. But now I could feel rage and hate, the anxiety and loneliness. I even felt some guilt, like I should have done more for you. Anyways, I pushed it to the side as best as I could, but in hindsight, I only made myself blind. Because no matter how much I shunned it, it was still there, just slowly consuming me. It all started so innocently, with an unquenchable thirst for belonging. It felt like I was chasing the high I would get when we would all sat around the dinner table telling our stories. Initially, it was quite simple. I'd get into fights with kids in the neighborhood, throw eggs at buses and windows, and shoplifted from the local corner shop. Yet before I knew it, I was selling weed, sneaking an odd tenner into Dad's wallet when he fell asleep. And I'll forever regret what I'm putting through. I was so wrapped up in my own turmoil that I lost sight of the struggle, a bitter truth that gnaws on my conscience, a wound that I must comfort. The weed turned into cocaine and ultimately into crack and heroin. The fights turned into knives and the odd bullet flew by. Dad's time out turned to police calls and missing children reports. And it all happened so fast before I stood in those courts. However, there is a particular reason why I'm writing you this letter. As I'm sure you're aware what has happened to me in the last few years. It's my 4th year here, and I will be released tomorrow. And yet, I'm more scared than I've ever been. I've been doing really well lately with the help of some amazing people like Aiden, Jane, and Dad, but I barely face temptation here. I'm scared of going to university. I'm scared of letting you and Dad down again. I'm scared of the world. And most of all, I'm scared of myself. Please guide me. I can hear you now. I love you, the rebellious child, Wilson.